Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the Dammâseq Campaign. I have to apologize for my voice. I just got back home from traveling to another state, and I think I may have picked up a bit of a cold. Whatever the case, we're going to proceed here with what's probably going to be a pretty laid-back episode. A lot of review and kind of managing the nation now that we've had a pretty big transition in the campaign. Of course, what I'm talking about is the death of Imperator, which happened last episode, and the ascent of his daughter Arashat to become Arashat the First Abarid, Queen of Aram. Now, she's coming in with ailing health, which is not great, but she is 56, so maybe this isn't that big of a deal. She doesn't have any active illnesses, so I'm not too concerned that she's about to die. If she does die, we do have a secure succession with her oldest living son, Daniel. We'll take a look at him in just a minute, but we've already done some work to set him up as the successor. But in terms of Arashat's reign, I can also go ahead and unfavorite her because she is who I'm playing as. 5595 is not amazing, but the high charisma actually is quite nice while she is the ruler, because that's going to be improving our monthly tyranny reduction. Her reign is probably going to be mostly about kind of cleaning up the damage caused by Imperator's tyrannical rule, which did lead to the explosion of Aram into its current prominent position, but she may give us a chance to kind of calm down a little bit and get things a little bit more stable. Tyranny this high does have its advantages, but at the moment we don't have any AE to take advantage of that, and the slave output probably isn't worth all the other downsides that this brings. So all that being said, we're going to work away at getting our tyranny reduced. Now, our stability is also kind of low, but we do have some extra stab change coming in from our husband Ahiram, or Mitba, who is 61, so a little bit older than we are, but also not necessarily on the verge of death. He is depressed, which isn't ideal, and he's a lunatic, so yeah, definitely not great. But he is healthy, allegedly, so hopefully that stays the same. Now, we also have a number of kids. I've already noted Daniel Abarid, my oldest living son at 29 years old. He does have a younger brother, Bat Noam, who's the governor of Jordan Rift Valley, while Daniel is the governor of Kadesh. And Hiram Abarid is 13 at the minute, although his stats do look like they're trending to quite a good place. Not great at marshal, but good at everything else. This guy could potentially be another governor or some other high-ranking position. I think it makes sense to try to keep my close family members in offices to just generally keep my immediate family in powerful positions. I guess we'll see if that backfires, but hopefully not. I do also have a daughter, Masha, who is probably slightly better than Daniel in terms of pure quality as a ruler because of her higher martial, though Daniel is a bit better at everything else. Daniel also has a family setup that we've set up for him already, with his slightly older wife, Ashera, with the 8 martial. So when Daniel does become the ruler, as I anticipate he will, she will be lending him her martial as the consort, which will help out a little bit, although we won't be able to get around him bringing his 3 martial to the levy of Herman. Going to probably have to rely on mercenaries pretty permanently whenever we have rulers like this, whenever Daniel becomes the ruler, or really if we go to war with Arashat as the ruler as well, as I don't think 5 martial is quite enough to not need mercenaries. Whatever the case, we can work around martial on the general. His other stats are pretty good though, so pretty happy with that. And he does have 2 children, Ahiram, named after his father of course, who is 6 years old and has 4 martial already, so a pretty promising start to this youngster, and a baby named Abdashtart, so very hard to say. So far, don't know what the stats are going to be like for this guy, but we shall see. Now, my other children don't actually have any spouses at the minute, so I may want to attend to that, just to kind of future-proof in case they do become the successor. In all honesty, if they're not the ruler, the stats of their spouse essentially don't matter at all, so I only need to worry about getting them spouses that help them if they were to become the ruler through some weird set of circumstances. If Daniel were to die, his son Ahiram would actually have a strong claim as well, so we need to keep in mind that we won't necessarily see sibling successions at this point, but you never know what might happen. So to be thorough, we should probably arrange a marriage for Masha. We also want to make sure that she gets to get married, because she looks a bit sad at the minute, so we should probably attend to that. So, if she were to become the ruler, I think the main thing I want for her is probably zeal, in all honesty, because her martial is probably fine, and I'd probably hire mercenaries either way. But the consort effect of zeal for tyranny reduction is quite handy. Charisma as well for the stab change. let's see if I'm remembering those right. Yeah, no, charisma is the tyranny, zeal is the stab chains. That's right. So high charisma and high zeal are probably what we want to look for in a possible husband here. We'd also marry her for family loyalty, but I don't really think we need to worry about that. I don't have any loyalty problems despite my incredibly high tyranny, so I think I've been managing loyalty pretty carefully, all things considered. So ideally someone a little younger than these guys. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone very promising here, to be honest. Yeah. Yikes. I guess I could just pick someone kind of around her age, just so she has a partner. Seems like not the worst idea. This guy here would improve her charisma and improve her zeal, so he's also not an old guy, so I think there's a lot to do. Dammâseq, Milker Mid, is going to get a royal marriage, so let's go for it. A suitable match. Well, Masha has enjoyed life immensely as a woman of leisure. She summoned an envoy this very morning to deliver a proposal of marriage to the beautiful young man at Dammâseq, hoping to produce heirs to further legitimize the Aberrant dynasty. Despite the appearance of Ahiram, head of the Milker Mid family, it seems that all concerns were saved by the fine clothes that Masha had offered up in support of her proposal. She came with the drip, so this is going to go ahead now with no problem. Alright, that's fine. Great, and then let me attend to her siblings as well. So I'm going to wait on Hiram because he's just 13, but Bat Noam I should probably get married as well. Now this is likely, I guess all things considered, he's not likelier than Masha to be the ruler because we have equal gender succession, but he is in the line, so we should get him a wife who's not an old lady, ideally. I think the most important thing for him, again, I think charisma and zeal matter a lot for the consort in this circumstance. Given that I can just rely on mercenaries to overcome bad Marshal as the general, I think we can hopefully not need to worry too much about that. Come on, anyone young. Tabua Aberid is a possibility here. I don't know what the relationship is, but actually no, she's not a possibility. Her stats are terrible. She does give him better Marshal, but yeah, we have a serious lack of charismatic ladies in the court. Actually, Holdu Aberid is looking pretty promising. She would improve all of his stats except for finesse, which I think would be quite good. She is ailing because she's epileptic, but I don't think that's the end of the universe. She is 13 years older than he is, but I mean, you see what I'm working with here. I do not have all the options in the universe. So I guess I could have married him to his sister for possibly an interesting power couple situation. But no, I think it's better to avoid incest if you can help it. That is a true statement from me to you. Alright, let's go for it. Blustering with excitement, Bat Noam summoned his domestic aid. He's very excited about his MILF marriage that we're about to set up for him. After far too long alone, he decided to extend an offer of marriage to the stunning young woman Holdu of the Aberrant dynasty. Despite the appearance of Arashat, well, that's me, I guess I'm appearing here, head of the Aberrant family, it seems that all concerns were salved by the splendid gifts that Bat Noam had offered up in support of his proposal. Alright, so now we've got our kids married, except for my 13-year-old, who I'm going to wait because he is not an adult, so that makes sense. I guess I could tutor him, actually. I guess, yeah, let's give this a try. Our royal tutor has been summoned to educate the reluctant young Hiram in a matter of our choosing. The nature of a tutor is most important indeed, so we should choose an intended tuition subject carefully. Okay, so, let's see. He's currently trying to become rich. He loses a bit of loyalty. Let's see. This is the tutor. Let me see if I can get this guy slightly higher charisma. Maybe I can, if I can try to get him higher charisma, I could get a new high charisma character like this. Study iteration and commerce. Alright, we'll go for that. Great, now with that being done, something else I wanted to do is take a look at my offices and see if I can reshuffle anything. I was kind of wondering if I had a younger set of characters to work with, and I might have a couple here or there, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to have a ton of new characters, so we should be pretty precise about this. I don't want to just throw away statesmanship for no reason. So, all that being said, Yehmilk and, let's see, Salidagan, these guys are young enough. Yeah, anyone over 50 is on the chopping block. I think that's going to be the way we approach this. Yeah, some of these researchers are ancient. All these researchers are really old. Let's see here. 65. Can I just cycle everybody out? That might be a little bit easier. I think I probably can. Yeah, let me just do that, actually. I'm just going to start all over from scratch and reappoint everyone. This way, I'm also making sure that I'm not missing any really good characters that have been born since when the campaign started. So I'm going to get everybody reassigned. Obviously, I'm not going to reassign my governors, because I want my kids to be my governors. Okay, so obviously, the family disloyalty is not going to be a problem. Actually, even with everyone fired, we still don't have any disloyal characters. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm keeping the loyalty situation under control, despite running 92 tyranny, so I have no explanation for this. I thought I'd have much more problems with loyalty than what I've had. Okay, so I think at this point, I may start to prioritize researchers more than before. We have a fair bit of monthly research going on, and the efficiency isn't amazing, but it's creeping up, and this is going to continue to get better. So I do think we need to prioritize having really good researchers, such as this guy here. 12 Marshal is crazy. This guy I might save to be a general governor. I might do a... I guess I'd probably still have to get that set up, though, with a levy, so that might not be as easy to do. Whatever the case, I can just hire mercenaries. So this guy should be reserved for a really good marshal office. And I do think that I would rather have the research than the monthly military experience, although this is quite good. Although mercenary army maintenance might be a better mechanic now, or a better modifier than it has been in the past, because of my mercenary reliance. I think I need to just put this guy in the research position. I gotta take advantage of this. That's crazy. Yeah. It's extremely fast. 51 for the next martial advance now. That's ridiculous. Holy crap. We can also try to spend some of our resources to further enrich our research pool. I haven't really played a lot of campaigns that have had a lot of research, so this will be pretty fun. Alright, so 11 finesse. Again, I'm tempted now. Let's see, Barashtart Milkerman. This guy's very young. This guy could be a really great researcher. Also, I don't think researchers are paid that much, so hopefully the wage situation isn't that big of a deal. He is crafty is the problem. He's crafty and he's deceitful. Holy crap. This guy is super corrupt. Yeah, unfortunately, characters with high finesse but high corruption, I should not make governors, but I can probably, you know, close my nose and make them officers. I can just pay them more. This is going to be painful, but I think we should go for it. Yeah. Alright. 10 charisma, so 52 is probably too old. Anyone younger? 7 charisma on this guy. I guess we could run a high charisma character just temporarily. This guy may pass away, but I suppose it's fine. Yeah, I guess for the other offices, I want to kind of build statesmanship in younger characters, but for the research positions, I want to just maximize my numbers here. So let's go ahead and possibly rehire. I think I may have had this guy in the position before. Baltaros. Sounds fine. And then for religious advances, let's see here. Silly Dagon, I think I'm probably going to make the religious advancer with the 9 zeal. Yeah, I think this is fine. This guy's a younger character. I guess I should make the older character with the same amount of zeal the researcher, so I can replace him later. Yeah, so Himmelko, or Mitba, and then I'll make Silly Dagon my Omen Power guy. Alright, and then national tax. Let's see. Younger characters, ideally. Do I have any younger characters? Let me first assign the positions that I think are the most important. So, civ change. Actually, I think national tax might be the most important right now. 7 finesse isn't the end of the universe. Yeah, Barak Ball. Put him there. Alright, yeah, this guy's promising. Adashtart. Or rather, Abd Ashtart. It's deceitful, though. Which one is more important? I think because I'm trying to get to that military. Where's my? Let's see if we can find it. Where's that tradition I want to get to? Yeah, I'm trying to get to Dai's commerce. Having more military experience gain in peacetime is quite handy. So, with that in mind, let's assign this guy here. And then 7 is probably fine. Let's see, 9. Could get more legitimacy. Legitimacy should start to improve once my stab goes up. Honestly, I don't think legitimacy is super important. I think I've been managing it pretty well, all things considered. I think ruler popularity should have a bigger effect on legitimacy, by the way, but that is a concern for later. This guy I should make like that. I guess he's not a family character, but he is a competent character, so that's fine. Actually, I think we have all of our families happy now. Yeah, I didn't even mean to do that, but we are good to go. Now we can just assign for merit. 9 charisma for you. Actually, let's make you this position down here. Actually, you're 56, so maybe not you. Come on, a younger character, please. This guy, Bomba Call, will have to do. Yeah, I'm going to miss out on a couple points of stats here, but I do think I want to build up statesmanship on these younger guys as best I can. Alright, and then these last 3 positions are not as important at the minute, so I can just assign them to kind of lower stat characters. I think you're fine. And then, let's see here. Anybody younger? Here we go. 6 finesse is actually pretty good. And no corruption. This guy might be a future governor, so let's start to get him trained up as the physician, I think. And then, let's see. Yahimilk is 41, so he's on the older side of younger, but I think I can probably justify that. And may as well just throw him back in there. 8 zeal. That's pretty good. In fact, yeah. You know, honestly, I'm going to put him down here. Yeah. So we don't have a super old character sitting around. And then I'll make this new guy get some statesmanship. Adorami. Okay, so we've gone ahead and completely reorganized our entire government. This will ensure that we have some statesmanship building up on a new, younger set of characters. Hopefully they can serve both my character, Arashat, and maybe her successor. We'll see how long these guys live for, but we now have switched out the old guard quite a bit. Right. Also, I do have access to domestic laws. I completely forgot about this earlier, or maybe I commented on it back at the time, but because of my my civilization advances that I did, where was it? Which one gave this to me? It wasn't King's Justice, was it? No, actually, I think it was from... Oh, it was from one of my texts that I got, I think. I don't remember which one it was, but whatever the case, let me go back over to that. Laws, here it is. Domestic law. So at the minute we have no domestic law. We could also adopt relaxed citizenship status or courts for landowners. Citizen or freeman ratio in cities. This is a pretty big question and could have a pretty big effect on the campaign. Now let's remember, at the minute, we've largely been running kind of a freeman-oriented strategy in cities. So 10% more freemen in cities across the board would have a pretty big effect, but it would also potentially cut away at the number of citizens we have, which could reduce our research. That being said, more freemen is more tax, it's more manpower. I do think that that's probably the better way to go. So I think courts for landowners is worth going for. Although, probably not worth going for right this second. I don't think we have enough stability to justify 15 stab right now. So we'll hold off, but we'll get to this later on. Also, we do have access to subject laws. We could go for King of Kings, but I think institutional benevolence is perfectly fine, and this isn't a huge deal to go for right now. So with that being noted, aside from that, let me go through and take a look at my provinces here. Complete happiness in Hermon. Is it worth switching Damascus Oasis to a different policy? Possibly. Let me see here. Sorry about my my voice. Alright, assimilation speed is extremely fast right here. 3.29%. We have a number of non-Dammâseq, but only a very small number. It's going to be back to full Dammâseq pretty soon, in all honesty. Yeah, I don't need to worry about assimilation over here. Should I consider switching over to Bleed Them Dry? I think slave happiness-wise, actually slave happiness won't have any problem because it only will affect unrest, which only affects loyalty. Slave happiness doesn't affect their output. And then provincial loyalty, again, won't matter here. Food modifier, I think now that those Bronze Age droughts are over, we can probably safely run Bleed Them Dry, but the question is, do we want to run Bleed Them Dry? The trade-off will be 15% less manpower from, let's see here. Can I see for the entire province? No. It's probably like 8 or 9 in total manpower. It's very, very hard to tell because it doesn't show you up here where all the other stuff is shown in sort of aggregate. But I'm going to assume that Dammâseq is contributing maybe like 8 or 9 manpower in total. So this might have a effect on my total, will have an effect on my total manpower, but Bleed Them Dry, 18% more tax, and 12% more commerce. All of our importing comes through Damascus Oasis, so we have a lot of commerce money in this particular spot. So this could certainly provide us quite a bit more money. I think at the minute our manpower is more than fine, and I don't think this will make us lose cohorts. So let's see, what do we have at the minute? 21 cohorts. Also, we do have a cohort in Kadesh now. That's pretty exciting. Kadesh is up here. What am I doing? Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So this guy can be a general now if he is so inclined. Or I guess he has to be a general now. It's not just a matter of if. I think I'm going to go ahead and make the switch over. 5.8k total, 47 per month. Probably I can go down from that a little bit. I want the extra money right now more than the manpower. So switch over to Bleed Them Dry. That looks fine. Alright, and then aside from that, let's see here. Alright, 83% down here, and then over here it's 88%. So because they're over 80%, I'm not going to try to micromanage their population presence. So I didn't do this on the first of 840 because I was waiting for the succession, so I'm going to do this now. So this is under 80%, so let's go ahead and do some micromanagement. Okay, so over here we have a large number of non-Dammâseqi. We probably need to redistribute them. Yeah, this one should be fine for a while. Let's move someone from Darik. Alright. Over here, we have enough. We have enough here. Need to move somebody from Darik. So we cannot move somebody from Darik, probably. No, they have freemen to work on. Okay, we can move somebody from Darik. Alright, here's fine. We just move somebody. And then can we move anybody from anywhere? Jabba, we can move somebody. No, we can't actually. We have a Sauri tribesman working over here. Siri Basani slave from Kimona. Let's move them. Am I trading for vegetables? Yes. Okay, good. Glad I was doing that before I did all those moves. Okay, that's that. Down here in Carnium. Alright, let's see. 50%, so definitely need to address this. Pop info. Ainthakar has plenty. Let's move somebody from Ainthakar. Ainthakar has a ton of people to redistribute, so we can easily move them from Ainthakar. Show me Ainthakar. There we go. Good stuff. Okay. And then Siri Basani. 53%, so definitely let's do this. Also, I should build the city in Nijran. Actually, I think I will build the city in Nijran now, because I've been waiting for an opportunity to do this. So let's get a city going in Nijran. This is a colony, so we should go for that. Cool. I think that's a good use of my PI. I still have almost, actually in a few months I'll be able to build another city as well, but I may also use my PI for policy changing. We shall see. Fortunately, when the succession happened, she didn't change any of the policies in Herman, so that's quite nice of her to not do that. Alright, yeah, this place is definitely ready to be a city. It is nearing pop capacity. I'm so excited to build roads. I love road building, and I'm just really, really excited about that, so we shall get to that soon enough. Alright, lots of assimilation around here. Oh man. This game just, like, makes me so happy. This is, like, my happy place to play this game. Love playing this game. I know I often, like, complain and moan about, you know, various woes that I experience, but ultimately, I love Imperator a lot, as you can probably tell. I've been making, like, hundreds of episodes of different campaigns, so playing this game just really makes me feel very satisfied, you know? It's just great. Alright, down here I think we got everybody. Not here. Actually, we do have somebody here. Are they leaving? Yeah, they're leaving. That's why they're not assimilating. Well, let's get somebody else. Let's see. From... where do we have someone? Kanatha. There we go. Perfect. And then down here in Salkad, we could build another building, perhaps. Let's see. Or we could build a building over here. 3 more manpower from the training camp. We should probably build this. Yeah, let's do that. And then down here... oh, another thing I just realized, actually, is if we make Kutaifa a city, which might be our next target, we could also build, what is it, the workshop to get another copy of precious metals, and then also move slaves there to get even more copies. So Kutaifa could definitely be a very valuable city, all things considered. Right, so that's my entire Herman Corps addressed. Now, down here in the Jordan Rift Valley section, let's attend to these policies a little bit. Okay, down here in Gilad, harsh treatment has it almost under control. I think I can't build cities in Disloyal. I saw this earlier, but I completely forgot what it said. Alright, is there a resource that gives me provincial loyalty? I'm trying to remember. Like local provincial loyalty. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there's such a resource. I think I may need to do a cultural decision for the Gilad people, or maybe set up a colony in Husun. Let me see if I can do that yet. Who lives down here? These are Sama people, yeah. Moves it to Sama. Well, that's not the right spot. I guess actually that might be the right spot, because Sama is another place I want to keep as a city. So, do I want to make Sama a colony? Probably, honestly. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that, actually. May as well get the colonial venture going. Yeah. Okay, Sama, a Dammâseq colony. The arrival of Dammâseq settlers has hardly endeared the local population to us, but the foundation of a colony in this area is without a doubt the best way to exert control here in the long run. Soon even the local Sama inhabitants will see how our city will prosper and surpass any previous settlements they may have had in this area before the land was confiscated. Alright. Good stuff. Let me just also check to make sure... Okay, we did lose a person here. Let's move somebody back. There we go, perfect. I thought that might happen, so I need to check on that every so often. And then, trade goods, my other mines. But yeah, we're totally fine up here. This place has so many slaves. Alright, there's also a mine down here that we could move slaves to. We should probably get around to doing that in a bit. Now, here in Kaman, we can probably make this, we can probably switch this over to assimilation. Possibly. Let's see. The Sama are Sinai Palestinians, so they're never going to really be pleased because they're wrong culture group, so I think we just have to assimilate them. Yeah, let's just go for it. Yeah, they're not happy, but Sama has plenty of room in its provincial loyalty at the minute. Alright, so I'm going to assume that everywhere here will do assimilation. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of diversity around here. That's perfectly fine. Okay, and then over here, a training camp would actually give us 4 manpower. Oh, because we just moved a bunch of, like, freemen and whatnot over, so we should probably get a training camp going here as well. Perfect. And then again, down here... Actually, let me go over to Rakat really quick. Rakat, I can switch over to assimilation. Now we're out of PI. That's fine, though. Just going to take a bit to work it back up. I left this farming settlement here for some reason, but I guess that's fine. At this point, it might be worth not destroying buildings I get from Conquest, because I probably will want to keep them for myself, unless they're the wrong kind of building, in which case I will destroy them. Yeah, Yardena is very small right now, not very impressive. Let's see who lives here. The Bait Sayani, so let me see if I can set up a colony down. Oh, no, I can't. I just set up a colony, so I have to wait. That's right. I don't think I need to fortify this northern part. It's probably fine. I'll take the rest of this territory later, so we'll worry about that when we get to it. Let's see here. What am I doing? Things are fine down here. Okay. I'll have to wait a month to get this switched over to Pop Simulation, but then we can definitely run that with that, no problem. Who lives down here? Actually, we can't do a colony anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, and then up here in Kaman, Arante Source. Actually, we can't do any switching of anything at the minute. That should be fine. This isn't bad. And then local autonomy across the board is probably fine. Here, Kadesh I can keep local autonomy. Katna I might want to switch over. Yeah, Katna and Amatu I need to switch over to harsh treatment. So with all that being done, I think we're ready to unpause here and resume, assuming that I've done all this right. Good. I could also increase wages to just reduce everyone's corruption. The thing is, my most corrupt characters are also my oldest characters. Let me check and see here. The problems would go away on their own. So let's see. Everyone over 20 corruption. Okay, you're very, very corrupt, despite being only 20 years old. What's the problem? I have no explanation for why this character is so corrupt, but she's not an officer, so that's not a problem. Not an officer, not an officer, not an officer, not an officer. You're the researcher, 32. Yeah, I can't do too much about that. Even if I turn on increased corruption reduction, that's only going to counteract Deceitful, so it's not really going to solve the problem. It will do, I guess, more than that, but this will really, really increase my costs for not much gain. Yeah, let me go back to the list, actually. So the researcher is corrupt. This guy is kind of corrupt. This would reverse the effects of that. And would also just clean up the corruption that's built up on some of these guys. This guy will always be at 10, so this won't help. Governor, yeah, nefarious tendencies. But he already has guileless. This isn't going to help. How does my 13-year-old boy have 10 corruption? What? Okay, whatever. Deceitful. I guess I could run anti-corruption, or I guess increased wages. Yeah, I could probably run that temporarily, just to kind of clean up the corruption a little bit. It never hurts. Yeah. Okay, with that being done, let's resume for real this time. Alright. We're down to 5.2 manpower-wise, but treasury-wise we are looking good. Right. Let's go up to speed 4 and sell to Byblos. That sounds fine. Okay, now let's sell to these guys as well. That will help with our economy a bit. Now, near us, Tyr is allied with Samaria, and Huzaza, their old team, has reassembled. Acre is fighting Jaffa. Jaffa is really expanding quite a bit. Jaffa's mostly taken out Moab, and to some extent Petra, so they're definitely rising quite a bit. 136 versus 450 Dammâseq at this point, so we are definitely looking quite a bit stronger than they do. Ugarit's also paying us 1.15 now, so that's pretty good. I kind of want Irkata to belong to Ugarit, because this would unite their two sections of their land. But I guess keeping my junior partner client state split apart sort of helps keep them weak. That being said, though, I could just attack these guys. I think I have a claim over here from my war. Yeah, I have this claim left over from my earlier war against Ebla. So I could attack Irkata. But I just talked about wanting to be at peace, so maybe I shouldn't worry about that. Let's see, 20 units in total should be enough. I did lose one cohort from switching to that thing, so that's fine. I think it's probably totally fine to go down to just 5.3k max. The other bonuses from Bleed Them Dry are, I think, worth it. Whatever the case. Yeah, I think that... These guys, actually, these guys are allied to Yabrudu, so I probably don't want to fight these guys right now. Yabrudu has claimed every nook and cranny they could find around here. These little migrators, so I'll have to worry about that later. I think we just keep going. And let's sell to these guys. Actually, let's not sell to the revolt. I'll wait and sell to someone that isn't a revolt. Like Ugarit, I'll sell to Ugarit. Selling to Ugarit makes my economy better, because then they pay me back more money. Accident in Jondal. Jondal is a stone location. Okay. We've been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Jondal in Fissure Spring. Stone is the main export of the city, and it seems the knuckleheads in charge of the site allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect as they tried to keep up with high demand. The huge collapse all but wiped out the working shift of slaves, and the owners have come groveling to the provincial authorities for compensation to help reestablish production. The slaves themselves are none too happy with the loss of their friends and family, and naturally cagey about returning to work in such conditions. Without significant repairs, there's no way production can be maintained at anywhere near the previous levels, and the slaves are bound to cause problems without a show of goodwill. So this is our first chance as our shot to show our differences from our father, but will we do such a thing? So Fissure Spring getting the accident compensation bonus for 10 years is quite strong. 138 gold is actually fine to lose, and getting popularity is always good. I think we go for this. Compensate the owners and ensure decent working conditions. That will have a good knock-on effect in the long term, so completely happy with that. Yeah, and I do think we make, speaking of slaves, we make Kutefa a city once we have 30 PI as well. Kumadu wants my hemp. Alright, that sounds fine. Lakarna wants my furs. Now, this is in the Phoenicia region, so if I wanted to enter the Phoenicia region, I could start by, I believe, integrating Kumadu. No, they're a tribal vassal, but I can't integrate them. Can I? I don't think I can, right? No, I cannot. That's not something I can do with a tribal vassal. I think I just keep Kumadu as my vassal until I'm finished with Phoenicia. I'm fine to just leave them there. Honestly, they help protect my border with Huzaza anyways. What I was saying earlier, Jaffa definitely is a nation we should keep an eye on. We do handily outnumber them, even by ourselves, but you never know what circumstances could change. If they start learning how to do assimilation, we may be in trouble, although I don't think the AI does that very consistently. I think at the minute, our goal is just to finish off control of Jordan Rift Valley, as I've talked about before, and also finish off control of Kadesh. Let's not forget about that. Tunip, we have a truce with for some amount of time. Do we? Hold on. Truce. Do I have a truce with Tunip? I do not have a truce with the Tunip, so I could attack Tunip at will, but Tunip's also allied with the Brudu. The Brudu, these guys have just allied with the world's most annoying people that I both want to take on, so that is super irritating. Ugh. The annoying part is the Brudu can kind of come into my territory from a bunch of different directions, so that is annoying. But I should go for Tunip before they pick up a slightly more normal ally like Ebla or whatnot. And I just want this stuff up here. Tunip itself is unfortified. I could reach it by going around Zolabi, so that is hilarious. Oh my god, more AI shenanigans. I guess I could do a quick war. What I'd probably want to do is fight Tunip and then Irkata, or either direction, kind of back to back, so that I don't need to deal with your Brudu twice. I think I keep waiting for now. Well, let's see here. I think I need to give these guys more rights. What's their culture called again? These are the Sama. Alright, Sama, you've convinced me. Time for some rights. I've given them already a lot of rights. Let's see, what can I give them? 10 stability is probably too much, so let's not even consider that. Culture happiness. Reducing slave output is not the end of the universe. Reducing Dammâseq happiness by 3% for 3 years is probably okay. Alright, fine, I won't torture you. You win. That should, on the monthly tick, get a little bit better. Fugitive crosses the border. Fleeing the dreadful war with Hit, a number of important dignitaries have managed to escape to our lands, hoping to find refuge. Our advisors recommend against giving them asylum due to the fragile political circumstances in our region, and indeed much favor may be gained with Hit if we were to finish the job for them. So we could get these wrong culture group, wrong religion characters that are all really old, that come with baggage, or friendship with Hit, an important nation. Oh my gosh. Assyria. Look at that. Anyways, yeah, Hit is definitely a nation we should keep an eye on. Yeah, Sim-Al. Put them to death. Yeah, sorry guys. No asylum in Aram. It's not happening. Gonna have to just deal with it. Alright, so the other issue too is I gain a lot of tyranny from destroying cities, and over here, because I want to have Mela be my city up here, I think I would probably make Jayid the city over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So not amazing coverage, but it's pretty protected. It's the right distance from Mela, so I'd destroy Tunip and Catan. So I would probably need to have under 90 tyranny to do that. Yeah, I prefer to found my own cities and move people there than rely on the existing large and unhappy populations of wrong culture people. Yeah, okay, so Tunip is on the chopping block, but not for now. We keep waiting. Alright. Are there any, like, nobles getting demoted? Okay, not there, but what about over here? Do we have any nobles at all? No. We have a citizen. What's happening with this guy? They're actually growing a wrong culture nobles. That's not very helpful. Can I move wrong culture slaves out of the area? That might help a little bit. I think we should do that, honestly. Yeah, we're close enough where I think we might be able to get this from moving slaves out. Let's move them to Sama, honestly. I think Sama can handle it. And Sama has a lot of assimilation going on. I could move them to Din Haba, actually. Alright, so let's see here. Let me move all of these Sama slaves, or these non-Dammâseq slaves. Actually, let me move them all to Sama, yeah. Make this the center. Oh, actually, I can't, that's right. I thought about this before, and I can't do it. That is annoying. You know what I can do, actually? I completely forgot about this, but I can do that action with the army where my ruler, like, visits a land, so I think I should do that. How about this? Why don't I do this? Because I do have some disloyalty problems. Let me do a tour with my ruler around Jordan Rift Valley and Kadesh with the levy, and then with the army, I'll then go to war with Tunip. I think we can probably pull that off, so let me turn this all on. Raise the levy of Hermon in here. This 5k force should be more than enough. I'm not going to raise my other levies. Don't think I need to do that. Now let's set their position correctly and also tell them about organization. Okay, who's in front here? Let's see. Probably axemen are fine. I don't think the enemy have any chariots. Axeman in front. Actually, I only have one axeman, so it sort of doesn't matter. Okay, I'll put the spearmen in front, actually. Well... yeah, spearmen in front. Archers behind, skirmishers on the side. No. Skirmishers behind, archers on the side, because archers are faster. Yeah, there we go. The donkeys can hang out in the back. Yeah, so I can do this anabasis. So I have to pay 15 PI, I get 5 loyalty, and I get... okay, 0.15 for 2 years is kind of crazy, so I probably should have been doing this throughout the campaign. I honestly... I don't play as monarchies a ton, so I forget that this is a mechanic in the game, but I should take advantage of it. So let's go on a little tour here. So, is it province-based? It is province-based. So let's come down to Erebid and do a little visit. Yeah, 5th of October. So we'll just make our way around. What do these guys want? Ooh. Okay, they have formed their formidable Ta Shama. That is alarming. Ooh, yeah, 482 Wassetans. Now, I'm not saying that I've been playing this game very well, but I should note that Wasset, or at this point, Tashima, probably the most powerful nation in the game, does only have slightly more core population than I do, and I'm little tiny Aram. They've got the strength of the friggin' Nile Floodplains universe, so I think I'm doing a pretty good job, honestly. But yeah, these guys are still nothing to sneeze at, and they have a ton of like research and whatnot from all their citizens and nobles and all these super lavish Nile-side cities. Anyways, what do they want? They want precious metals. I'll sell it to them. That sounds good. If I can secure an alliance with these guys, I will be very, very happy. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. These guys want a wild game. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I need to do it in the capital, right? So let's come down here to Husun. This should help with the loyalty a little bit. But, yeah. You have to delay the city stuff. But yeah, that's good. I've just got to get this, oh man, if I can just get it into loyalty temporarily, I can move slaves out, and that'll help a lot. Or if I can found a city here. Founding a city in Husun gives me access to a lot of city buildings that boost loyalty, so that might be a big priority. So that being said, do I need to do that action elsewhere? I could also do it in Sama. This is probably fine. I could also, I can't change the policy right now because I don't have an API. I think Kaman is probably okay. Kaman's not near disloyalty. How about let me move this army. Let's see here. Let me actually do it up here in Amatu, and then I'll go to war against Tunip. Like I don't want to spend my PI too flippantly here. So I'm gonna take a very, very long time to move all the way up there. But well, if I lower the army and re-raise it, it might honestly be faster to do it like that. It actually almost for sure will be faster. So let's see, 29th of October. Let me test and see here. This is not an emergency situation. Yeah, this 5 months is much less time than it would take them to march across my land. So let me re-raise them in the north of Fissure Spring and have them come up there in a bit. So that's fine. Yeah, I think I'll spend my PI, or I'll save my PI for now for other things. Such as potentially doing a colony over here. I could finally control all of Damascus Springs, which I think I have a mission for, honestly. Do I? Maybe not in this tree. I think in the other tree I had it. I don't remember. Oh, actually controlling all of Gilad gives me this. That's actually kind of big. Although these guys are appearing in Salkad for some reason. So maybe I should colonize this stuff over here. Actually, that's marble. That's noble happiness. That could be kind of good. I don't think I have any nobles over here, though. Freeman happiness, though, could be good, too. I do have some freemen. I think I do, at least. Do I? I can't tell. It's mostly just slaves, honestly. I think I want to get this border gore cleaned up, finally. So let's go ahead and grab Odd Leia for some manpower and PI. Well, what am I doing? I should save my PI for more important things. Like this, I should switch over to assimilation. Yeah. And then my army will be ready in just a few months. 30th of March, we can re-raise them. And then, by then, we'll have enough PI built up. So I think it was, what was it, 15 to do that. Training camps are done. 5k manpower, alright, that's good. That's with my army maintenance turned on, by the way, so that is quite nice. I may actually just run army maintenance permanently, This would be a loss of a lot of happiness, but I kind of like the idea of just having army maintenance run by default, so I'm ready for action when I need to. I think we're probably at a point where this is another like micro thing that I can probably at this point move beyond, is switching on and off army maintenance. I'll keep the forts paid as well. Well, I can probably get away with not paying for forts. And this is, it's not honestly worth a lot, so I think I'll just keep paying for forts for now. Yeah, I think at this point we can get away with not having army maintenance run, or not turning off army maintenance, not doing the army maintenance micro in that same way. Alright, where's the split? It's right here. Alright, and then these guys are fine. Actually, what do I need to pay for the thing? 15 PI. Let's see here. This is fine. This is fine. This is probably fine. This is probably not fine. So let me do the thing up here at Mela, and then I'll go to war with Tunip once I get there. Yeah. Yeah, at this point we're gonna just run, what do you call it? Run full army maintenance going forward. I'm a large enough nation, I can get away with that. Man, roads will be so nice. I'm so excited about roads. Because yeah, let me see here. Roads, I need 4 civic advances. So we're almost there. Yeah. I don't know if we need 5 or if... Again, I think I commented about that before. I don't know if we need to be at 4 or to be over 4. It's kind of hard to make sense of. Master of the Guard has left. Okay, I don't know what happened to that guy, but maybe he died or something. Could make my brother Master of the Guard. It's probably not a bad idea. Or not a good idea, I mean. I have really no characters at all that are not old guys. This is dire. This guy's the youngest youngster. Ugh. Okay, I don't like that so much. Alright, let me look at that young guy again. Let me move a finesse character over. I don't have any great finesse characters for it either. What about an oratory character? 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to switch you guys. So, Aberami is going to be my new Master of the Guard, and then this guy will be Baal. There we go. Alright, statesmanship preserved, largely. So I do think the statesmanship transferred over. That's quite nice. These guys want grain. Sounds fine. Plus me having my army maintenance turned on all the time may make allies likelier to join me in war, so that is worth considering. Okay, so this place now should be... It's almost under control now, so that's good. Alright, so let's go to war with Tunip. They're going to call in Yabrudu. We could call in Ugarit. I think I will call in Ugarit mostly just to distract Yabrudu. Yabrudu has a lot of territory around Ugarit, so I'll call them in. I don't anticipate they'll cause any problems for me, but I guess we'll find out. Actually, I should be starting the war on this tile, not on that tile, so let me move over first, because I'm going to go around Zalabi to get to Tunip and sack it. Alright, 25th August. Alright, so a quick war here for this stuff up here. Let's go for it. Alright, the Eblaite regional power of Tunip and Yabrudu rally together to defend. In we come on speed 2. Let's come sack Tunip, and then we'll come siege down Zalabi, because it will retake Tunip if we're not there. I guess we could sack it twice. Let's sack Tunip, come up, and siege down... Actually, no, we want to be in this area, so we'll do it like that, yeah. Alright. I think 5 marshals probably fine. 8 well, he has 8 marshal, but he's not going to have any numbers, so I'm not really too worried about that. I think we're fine just to go in, honestly. Okay, there's the Tunip army, so I think we're more than fine. I'm not scared of that army at all. Here's the Yabrudu forces, as expected. Fortunately, I've done a good job at fortifying all my capitals, mostly. Nijron still isn't fortified because I'm waiting for the city to finish, and then obviously the stuff down here isn't fortified, but Yabrudu has no presence around the south like that, so it should be okay. Alright. That's fine. Sacking of Tunip, I'm going to say none shall hide. I do not care about maintaining the population of Tunip at all. In fact, it's better for me if they are killed a little bit, so that's good. We could come up and work on Catan. I think I want to work on Zalabi first. I'll need both of them to get the stuff in the peace deal. So Zalabi first, and then we'll go up to Catan after that. A loyal subject. Our ruler's efforts to influence Masha are well underway. In a jovial mood, Masha approaches Queen Arashat, suggesting that a formal declaration of her loyalty and commitment to the court would be a fine way of showing our appreciation. We remain unconvinced that this is a politically sensible move. I mean. I think I really want that PI, but I can't justify 10 stability. I want the 5 stability, so let's go for that. Sounds fine. Get to work on this fort. Okay, we got plenty of food, 143 food capacity, which means that we could actually live for years with our donkeys, so we are fine. Wow, Ugarit's getting shredded. What are you doing, Ugarit? Okay, Yabrudu has, oh, you know what the issue is? Yabrudu has a giant migration going on, so this doom stack of Yabrudu migrators is kind of damaging Ugarit. Maybe I shouldn't have called an Ugarit, actually. That might have been a bad idea, in retrospect. But, wasn't expecting the Yabrudu doom stack to, appear, so it is what it is. I think we'll save over our PI for the city in, Osun, if we can. Or elsewhere, or the city in Kutefa. Tune up. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna win the siege race. You know, Tunip has a bit more numbers than I was expecting. Well, maybe not. I think we're probably okay. Let's see, we'd be defending in the farmland. I don't think we get the river crossing. 8 Marshal isn't great, but numbers-wise. We have around, 1250 more than they do. So I think we're okay. If I win the siege race, I can just come down and attack them. If they get a breach, I may have to take more immediate action, but nope, not there. Just a supply shortage, that's fine. At it. Being able to get legions would be quite nice, honestly. These guys are sieging fast. Or status quo. I'm nervous about this. I think I should probably come attack them. Yeah, the Yabrudu migration kind of changes the math a little bit. I wasn't expecting this force to exist. Let me see here. I can't even look at peace deals right now. Yeah, they're gonna flee. That's actually good because they're gonna split apart. See if I can catch these guys over here. I'm fine to break this. The siege didn't get very far. I'm gonna try and do some stack wipes while I have the opportunity. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's perfect. I need to get little fights like this to even this thing out. Alright, this should be a stack wipe. This is not a stack wipe. I don't know why we're not stack wiping these guys. Come on, Arashot, get it together. Actually, that was a stack wipe. It just took like a week to do it. Okay. They're going to retake Tunip. That's annoying. At least we killed 750 of them. Whatever the case, I'm going to look at the situation a bit more between episodes and figure out the exact right way to go about this. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Dammâseq campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.